Welcome back to the part 2 of marketing insights from us, IPF Digital, and me, Povilas, Girčys, General Manager for IPF Digital and Marketing Director.
Piotr, Bubak, Marketing Director for IPFD.
Yes, we'll continue talking about how to do marketing across the globe, what are the loopholes, what are the opportunities, and how that's all evolving throughout the years. So stay with us. Staying with the country's difference, market's difference. So any other which is good to know, useful note, or even to consider to understand the market differently, right?
Well, this is like a constant, this is the constant, I wouldn't say struggle, this is constant development and constant alignment on how we are operating on the 6 markets and how we are looking at the different markets from different angles. But long term, when we look at Mexico, social media has a way more important channel for us. Like basically, I believe that it's a culture of people. So basically, they are more vocal. They would like to integrate more. They would like to interact more. So basically, this is even if we are running the surveys. So we have a lot more information coming from the surveys from people in Mexico than in, for example, in Baltics, which is look more like a toned down in terms of the emotions there. So basically, when we are looking at the social media, I think that I can share that more than 10% of our acquisition in Mexico is coming from social media. So which is like 2.5-3 times more than in other countries. So basically, this shows how this discipline as a social media and being engagement in TikTok, Meta platforms, WhatsApp, how it is important to acquire the customer even. Not just mentioning how to serve them and how we can conveniently support them in this
Okay,
session.
but that's one of the differences, right?
Yes.
So you go already directly what is the difference, but okay. Imagine I want to enter one another market, right? So what should I do? Learn by doing, or I could get some insights and from where to start, right? And to get those differences and how to follow the customer, basically.
Yes. I think that, if we have the understanding on the market, what is the structure of our segment, what is the customer pool, it exists in each country of the world. It depends pretty much on the regulation, which markets we can operate more easily, which are more restricted, but basically it is always there. The segment of the underserved is always there. There is always the pool of the customers who are not perceived as banks as how to say, valuable customers, safe customers. These are the customers we would like to help, and this is where we are entering, and basically then we can evaluate.
Staying with the differences among customer preferences, markets, etc. So imagine the new business wants to enter the let's say new other market. So from where to start? How to understand those differences that, as you say, social media is more important, let's say in Mexico than in Australia or vice versa. So how to get those insights? Is that learning by doing, which is expensive, time consuming? So what would you advise?
Well, learning by doing is always good, but I think that it's not a long-term shot for the. You cannot make that like if you have the growth ambition that you'd like to make the market entry with the substantial scale. So I think there is a lots of data available from different sources. You can run your own research. There is lots of data on the industry itself. Partners like Google can provide a lots of insight. The one which I mentioned about like a brand search versus non-branded search, it shows how people can, what is the strategy for the market.
And basically the same principle is prevailing. Follow the customer.
It is like it's a principle following the customers who some of them will know you, some of them will know your product or would like to get your product. For some of them you have to reach and then just present yourself that you have the product. But I will be like pretty stubborn with the concept that overall the success lies in the management of the channel mix. So you need to understand your customers, how they are responding to the particular messages, how of them are coming because they know you, and what message you shall have to create to push this message towards them, and how of them may be coming from you from the different channels. And then managing of that is like the whole story of the management of the marketing itself.
Is it possible, well, I know the answer, but is it possible to manage then those all different markets in time zones, plus 8 hours, minus 8 hours from one location?
Short answer is yes, and it is possible, but also this is not from one location. So I think that if you look at that from the organization perspective, yes, we operate in the hub and spoke model. So basically we have the central competencies who are dealing with the digital marketing, for example. But it also says that it doesn't necessarily mean that the people are located in one place, geographical place. So we have people in Europe, we have people in Mexico dealing with this discipline. But still, I think that still key point here is that there are lots of benefits, and I think that we learned how to maximize the opportunities which are coming from that model. Also in the context that there are smaller markets, there are bigger markets, there are some specific. So we have currently like 10 people working globally in digital marketing, and if something happens wrong or there is a appearing opportunity, we can actually instantly allocate more resources to one particular market, which would never have the chances, the smaller market, which would never have the chances to have such a capacity for permanently.
Yeah.
So I think that this is like we learn how to have the constant and static system to operate daily in each of the market and put right level of the attention. But whenever something goes sideways, basically we can or there is an opportunity. Also, it happens that there is a demand growing. How to address that? So there is two aspects of that: how to allocate people if there is an opportunity, if there is some crisis, how to run emergency. But also coming back earlier to the management of the channel mix and cost. In which market we could allocate money, so we are getting basically better gain on that.
So the short answer is yes, central excellence is there, but local knowledge is critical to maximize the
in each of the markets we have centralized digital marketing, but in each of the markets we have marketing manager, who basically is like our key source of knowledge what is happening on the market. Well, if there is a market entrant, if there is some dynamics on the competition, if some of the competitors just running new campaign, new offer, new value propositions appearing on the market, there is no way that we in the central organization can find out. And this information fundamental to, but then we have the experience, because it happens all the time in different areas and different geographies, so we have the experiences. So
there is always something. There is always something.
There is something happening.
Regarding channel mix, so which channel you'd say is sometimes underrepresented or sometimes a bit neglected, and potentially because of the reasons it takes too long maybe to get the fruits out of the effort, etc. So what would that be?
I think that there is a growing need, demand, and still maybe I will revert the question. If you would be saying what would be the most valuable traffic for me right now, I would say that this is like a direct organic, so branded related traffic. This is definitely the most important traffic because of two reasons. Firstly, the quality of the scoring quality of these customers is a lot better than the others. When people know you, people trust you, basically they would like to come to you. So basically that's one thing. The second aspect of that is that this traffic is kind of, we can say, for free. People just know you don't have to spend money for the lead generation. So what it means, it means that if you really want to grow, and not single digit grow, but as we have at IPFD, we're growing 20-30%. So So basically, we would like to have growth of the traffic to increase the share of that. So actually, we can spend more money for the paid traffic. And then the golden formula is that we are having the same cost of the acquisition. We are not obsessed with drawing the cost of the acquisition down. Actually, what we'd like to achieve is keep the cost of the acquisition on the very different volume scale. If you can say that we have the same cost of the acquisition on average, but our volumes are 30% higher, that's gold. I mean that's super strong, because then basically we are growing and still keeping the right mix of the cost structure.
So one of the many years ago, one marketing guru said that 50% of my marketing investments working, but I don't know which 50%. So how it's now? Can you say, Piotr, that you know what's working, what's not working?
Well, I think that there is always the art in marketing. So there is always like you have some kind of feeling. You sometimes there is no report, no attribution, no connection, no data warehouse analytics that will bring you the direct answer. Sometimes it's also competitors are like, people like us. So basically they all have also sometimes act rationally, sometimes not. Like in Mexico, we see like tens of millions spent in offline marketing. We actually don't know what is the business model because nothing adds up. So basically there are also emotions. But I think that thanks to that advanced analytics and detailed analytics, we have a lot less question marks where to allocate money. And this is one thing. The second thing which we introduced in IPFD is lifetime value modeling. So actually we look backwards to model something, how customers who we acquire right now can behave in the future. So it's based on the 3 years data collection, cohorts analysis, and how the particular in a particular country, in the particular channel, people are behaving right now in the repayment of the credit. So basically we know which channel responds best to the investment. So basically there is sometimes in marketing you have to say that okay, if you would like to cut marketing budget, so okay, where are we going to cut? There is a inconvenient question for me. Yeah. Okay, this is additional money. Where are you going to invest? And I think that in marketing we have to be prepared for both. And I think that still there is a art, there is a feeling in marketing, but I think it's a lot less intuitive. It's a lot more science-based, looking at the cuts and also opportunities right now.
So it's not anymore only the equation that keeping the customer is more profitable than just acquiring the new customer, but then on top you have already the lifetime value, meaning how can you extend that and how actually measure that general statement. For us as well as a marketers, you as a marketers is as well important your mission as well, right? Because it's a lot about education and how you are allocating your time to that, to even connecting to our company's mission to help with the financial inclusion, etc. And which marketing has a lot to do with.
Yes, I think that the first important thing is that our communication has to be understood for those who are maybe not the most savvy in the financial industry, in the financial products. So wherever we move forward with our either advertising or how we present our product, it is very much close with the human touch. And it is not only the marketing activity, it's a lot wider, because when we look at the researches which we do across the markets, our customer service is perceived as very highly, because people tell us that they are treated as a kind of equal. They are treated as that there is someone on the other side who would like to understand the problem, and being in financial problem is not making them feel bad or weaker against some institution. So
play playing equally and the
Exactly.
transparency.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not like a top-down treatment,
Yeah.
never here, and this is super important. Another aspect of that is when we look at the customers who we have already in our customer base. Sometimes they're just taking the loan and go along with that. But as we are developing mobile wallet, the application that serves for the customer experience and also for the financial products, we have introduced certain features that allow to monitor daily even tracking of their credit scoring. So their behavior in the repayment, their behavior on the credit market is reflected in the simple way, so they can get the simple guidance what they should do to improve their scoring or what they are doing wrong, so they are falling behind. So
it's like visual representation of their health.
In the simple way,
health.
it's like from red to green, and basically you see what is your progress.
Piotr, thanks a lot. It was really, I hope inspiring and very useful for the listeners and viewers, because as we say, it's super dynamic discipline. You never can get right from the first time, and definitely you can get wrong immediately. But it's really dynamic, it's really evolving, and I really hope you found it very useful. But we'll use that. We'll keep the series going, and the next time when we meet, we'll talk about IT, how we're doing in IPF Digital, how we're managing all the needed technology platforms evolving, how managing agile way our technical solutions. So stay with us.